September 6, 2021. Let's visit some of our announcements. As you know, I usually do that because when I fail to do it, I forget to
tell you that Nigerians are insincere people. You must believe me.
That's right.
There is something dishonest, a people that is incapable of human development and civilization. Once you are a zoo, monkey, or baboon, you must live your life in infamy because you are a Nigerian. Yoruba man has spoken. Nigerians are not sincere. As I didn't tell you before. He's a Nigerian, no? He's telling you that their people are not sincere. Did I not tell you before that they are not sincere? You want to know what is insincerity? I will give it to you the way it is. Because the zoo is patently evil.
Yes.
Nigeria is evil. Do you know how much they stole? 400 billion pounds is in Europe, is in Asia, according to UK group. Ocean, the amount of money they steal will start off a tsunami. 400 billion, very close to $1 trillion, an amount of money that can build second Niger bridge.
Why such lengthy time for the meeting? Anyway, it's not impossible. It is possible. So that's what I was going through to make sure I'm looking at the right thing. Biafra Women Rally will be September 29th, September 30th, October 1. Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu rally. Biafra Nation now. Need our referendum. And that's what we're looking for. Let's see the beginning of things that are to come. Let me give you this news. Former U.S. Ambassador John Campbell has expressed fear that the recently acquired Super Tucano fighter jets may be hijacked by Fulani bandits and terrorists. Mr. Campbell relates his prediction to the fall of the Afghanistan government and the takeover of similar high-grade military jet fighter by the Taliban. The Afghan government had also acquired 23 Super Tucanos from US to combat the Taliban, but with the collapse of the Afghan government, it's no longer surprising what will happen. The fall of Kabul. Not all of the aircraft have been accounted for. Some Afghan pilots flew their planes out of the country. However, at least one Super Tucano is now in the hands of the Taliban. Mr. Campbell, who wrote to our correspondent, explained the instances of how terrorist groups seized other military equipment in Nigeria, expressing worries on whether the aircraft will be used to combat terrorism or used against other targets such as Biafran self-determination and independence agitators in Nigeria. Okay. That is first issue we will address. Super Tucano. War gadgets. Abandoned in Afghanistan. One will ask, how does it concern you? It should concern you very, very much. Because there is parallel or similarity in those two governments. You can remember that the U.S. handed the Nigeria military all sorts of equipment, including mine-sweeping trucks, anything they needed. U.S. supplied it to the Nigerian army. What happened? They said they had a showdown in Borno with the Boko Haram. And who came out at the losing end? The Nigerian army. Let's think very much about it. The much heralded, the strongest army in Africa, according to them, begged for arms and ammunition, have been fighting terrorism since 2013. Yes, 2013, during Jonathan's era. That's when they formed that Boko Haram. And they pretended to be political martyrs. These people came. They said, they are Boko Haram. They are brothers that are misguided, clean and sanitizing qualification. Of Boko Haram. They are misguided brothers. They were given everything, food, those captured, rehabilitated. Those that died raised dust because they claim that they are killing their brothers from the north. And who are these your brothers? The Boko Haram. The same people you are fighting. The same people you are using Nigerian army to fight. When they suffer casualties, you turn against the Nigerian army. Does that make sense? You have a terrorist group, Boko Haram. They are fighting to take over Northeast. You sent Nigerian troops to fight them. And for one reason, they suffer casualties. The same Nigerian army fighting the Boko Haram people will turn against the same Nigerian army that is fighting Boko Haram. Is it difficult for you to understand what is going on? And then you will express your anger on the commanders that processed the war against Boko Haram. You call for ICC to investigate. And then you turn around and say they are rehabilitated and integrated into the Nigerian army. That domino game, that game is not clear. And then you arm the Nigerian army, the soldiers, with the up-to-date, sophisticated weapons you requested for and was handed over to you by the USA of A. Now you see why they were requesting weapons from Afghanistan. Does that make sense to you? And they have been giving them arms for the longest time. What surprised us is that it does not surprise me anyway. Let me be very emphatic. They staged a war against Boko Haram. As I asked you earlier, who came out on top? The Boko Haram people. They seized, they captured, and they decimated the poor soldiers from the south. You saw them crying. You saw them walking home. Say, we are going home. We are ill-equipped. What happened to the sophisticated weapons? Boko Haram confiscated them. You can't say capture. They confiscated all those arms and tanks, minesweeping for IED. That is first battle which people forgot to pay attention to. Now, Afghan has so much planes. They have everything. Well, these people are killing you. Are we still talking about one Nigeria? Are we still talking about one Nigeria? The person that sent his troops to murder, to kill, to maim your children, is the same person saying he's visiting Imo State to see how many people he has left. It is the same state where he imposed his agent, Uzodimma, as a governor. And now he is visiting the state to turn it into APC. The situation is tense. Anybody that joins his killers is also your enemy. You have people that come out to say things as they wish. You are talking about the visit of Buhari to Imo. You can't stop him. And when he went to Cross River, Akwa Ibom, it didn't change the mind of people. For the Imo people, this is a test of time. There's something I wanted to say, but I'm not going to say it. But I'll see if it will happen. I will see the state of mind of our people. I will see the state of mind of those women that are being raped, murdered in their farmlands. I will see what happens. After it's said and done, I will tell you what I mean. We have a behavior that is very subconscious. Even at the point of danger, we don't know when to call it off. We don't know what to say, not now. His agents, they will be there. And let's see, the Imo people, what is going to happen. When you're talking about Nigerian unity, make hay while the sun shines. You have the opportunity. You have the strength to do everything. Are we doing it? Hope Uzodimma is the one fighting tooth and nail to hand over Imo. He has already. And it is the people of Imo that will say, hell no. Hell no. You will see the extent of our foolishness. You will see the extent of our inattentiveness when somebody pretending to be somebody will show up. You welcome that person and you say, Mr. President. The same president killing you. You're welcome. Let's continue to watch. In the meantime, our leader is being held. For what reason? For trying to make peace. When you're trying to make peace, you are charged with treasonable felony. When you're shooting down the federal aircraft, it is not treasonable felony. When you're killing federal troops, it is not treasonable felony. When you are bombing churches, schools, defense academy, it is not treasonable felony. But when you say, divide, let peace reign, mind your own area, let peace reign, respect your tradition, let peace reign, respect your religion, let peace reign, that becomes treasonable felony. You cannot say he has a weapon. Because those that are committed worst treasonable felony on earth are being rewarded, are being called misguided brothers. Wash them, clothe them, and feed them, and house them. After that, you reintegrate them. But that person that says, give us freedom, he said no. How dare you say you want to be free? Let's look at the thing in detail. You know, I started by telling you the Afghan stuff. They are all the same. For that visit, you will see the outcome. And Biafrans, those politicians that are engaged in the delivery of their ancestral land to the Fulanese, history will judge them. And these are the people that are telling you that they want to conduct election in Anambra. The same Anambra. And they gather. Just as they gather around Wike. And you listen. You listen. You watch. And let's be honest. Let's be more vigilant. Let's be more realistic. We must be the ones to keep, preserve, and protect our own. You are doing one Nigeria. They are dumping tanks and armored vehicles in your territory. And in their own territory, the ISIS are taking over. They did not fight them. And then you have the so-called Tokano. That's fine. You can't help it. And you cannot stop it. Go and ask yourself, why do you call somebody a terrorist? Why do you know that the government is involved in terrorism? And you are trying to deceive people by telling them that you supply them arms and ammunition to fight terrorism. To a government that is engaged in terrorists. Which terrorist is the government fighting? Will the government be fighting itself? Our people should reason critically. You want to fight terrorism. You know who they are. You know where they are. You visit them. You talk to them. And you come back and ask them, what do you need? We will provide it to you. Oh, why don't you all extend your banditry and kidnapping to such and such places? Then we will fund you with the money. Destabilization. And our people are still participating. You have the agents, those that are on the same hot seat with you. They know that the country is not good. They know that there's a lot of problems. Oh, they will see a foreigner. They are the law enforcement agents. They say, can you help us get visas? They know the country is in a mess. And those people will go back and laugh. This place is a mess. Even the law enforcement agents know that it is a mess. Excuse me. How do you end it? You keep blind eye and dance for betraying your own people. Many people are suffering. The few are enjoying. They are the APC members enjoying, celebrating. over our misfortune. I've told you about the arms and ammunition. We told you about those living in the north to come home. They told you, no, they are Hausa Igbos. And now that they're being killed, they want to come home. A few months ago, some Igbos living in northern Nigeria disowned Igbos in the south and called themselves Northern Igbos. The same Northern Igbos are now calling on Igbo leaders to evacuate them from north because they are being killed. And our man asked a question. Evacuate from where to where? You evacuate from Northern Igbo to Southern Igbo. Oh my goodness. You evacuate from Northern Igbo to Southern Igbo. But you were warned. You were alerted. It is not the first. It is not the second. It will not be the last. We are playing with fire, and it is consuming us. When you're not learning, you're not living. And this is what is going to undo us. It will do us in for good. GOS said Chike Dozien will be on the air today, 7 o'clock, Biafra time. No, don't miss the announcement. If you're not learning, you're not living. Because your ignorance will do you in. It is a challenge to us. Those that know their plans are executing it with their brothers backing them. But those that are engaged in buying and selling and care for nothing else can't even talk to their brothers, can't even sit and meet and agree on one thing. They are vulnerable. They have weakened their foundation. They have exposed themselves. We must reject election. Our leader must be released. These people you are listening to are the same ones that have put you in bondage. For 4 years, they gave you all sorts of bribery. 1,000 naira. Oh, this 1,000 naira I've not seen in years. How am I going to reject it? But you're still surviving. No matter the difficulty, it is sacrifice, endurance, and sacrifice for better day. Oh, the politician gave me 3,000 naira. Why won't I vote? Go and vote and eat that 3,000 naira for 1 month. For the next 4 years, you will be smelling. For the next 4 years, you will be homeless. For the next 4 years, you will be poor. For the next 4 years, you will continue to be haunted by the bandits and the Boko Harams, Mighty Allah, and cattle herdsmen, just for careless gift which you accepted. They have told you they won't obey your law, but they're your land. Let me give you the warning. Regardless of the locations, let me alert you. I will read it in detail so that after that I will explain it to you. Banditry is the headline. GSM operators obey federal government's order, shut down over 240 Zamfara base stations. In compliance with the directive of the Nigerian Communications Commission that all telecom sites in Zamfara state be shut down due to banditry. The banditry and the shutting down of 240 base stations located where? You have a million, you have the strongest army that cannot stop banditry. Because of bandits, you will close 240 base stations. Does that make sense? Mayhem is coming. They want the blackout. When the massacre starts, they want to keep the world in the dark. They want to keep the world in the dark. For those of you in Belgium that will be having the meeting on Saturday, the 11th, the contact number is 0465179383 or 0467696155. That just came in, and I won't forget to say it. Don't wait on the Western leaders. You have to start. You have to start scratching and expose the site of your itching. If you sit down and expect them to just come in and fight your war, you are dreaming. You are hallucinating. You are very ambitious. Your ambition took you over to London, over to Germany, over to France. Why didn't you sit down and say, come and help me, let me go over? Then, like what we say in our popular language, JD now, Mumu. Man way full nine loss. So sit there and wait for the UN to come. They are not coming. upon all the reports from Inter-Society and all the watchdog agencies, they have not shown their faces. Wait for UK. They are holding your leader. They are holding our leader. And some people say, oh, cut Britain. There is time to talk. Tell the truth and let the chips fall. Expose their lies. Expose the program. Expose the genocide they have been committing. When you don't say it, is giving them too much respect. Sometimes the citizens don't even know what is happening. Like the demonstration that goes on daily, they impose news blackout. The call number is +1 484 767 0848 +1 484 767 0848. That is the call number. All that we need has been provided. All the guidance we need has been offered. All the encouragement we need has been given. Then the politician decided that their own political lives will be on the line. They betrayed their own son so that they will come and indulge you in political activities that will eventually end you, your wife, your son, your brothers, your sisters, and the generation to come.
Mazi, Alozie.
Your line is off. The banditry and the closure of the relay stations, 240 of them, is a thing to worry about. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. Good morning. Welcome.
Good
morning. Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you for a wonderful program this afternoon. Mazi, Alozie, I want to say something because what is going on now and the way these people are planning how to destroy Ipob, but they will destroy themselves. I see the music where the stooges, the predators in our Biafrans, they dance on Omaka Highway. So now me play this afternoon, Abi. I see where they dance Omaka Highway.
Yes, go ahead.
These people, where would they live? They suck our blood, they enjoy because now few of them will be subservient to Fulanis, and then they jump up and down. But let me make them know this. Any of them when they come and say they come vote for his head because our leader can never go for prison. They talk about the election. Because all of them are waiting the gang up. And I make all of them gang up. That's our leader. So they come vote now. Let's leave them here. Because some people when they talk, they yap, or some people they talk. I have made it clear to them officially. Ipob has suspended it at home every Monday at home. So our people doing it, they are doing it on their own. And now some of the politicians and some of these traitors back home are trying to hijack it, are trying to cajole it. Somebody called me last week, saying a lot of things, and even threatening both of us about this sit at home. But we are letting them to know IPOB have cancelled sit at home officially. It has been suspended. So any of you planning your evil, trying to tarnish the image of IPOB or trying to confuse our people know the voice of IPOB and they know what we are doing. So if you are the agent or you are working with them, be very, very careful. Do not distract our attention. Do not distract our people. Somebody just sent me video. What the IPOB do? I say IPOB did not carry out any attack to anybody. But all of them with the plot, they try to tarnish our image, try to call us bad names. I have to send a night wish all of them. Thank you, Mazi, Alozie. Sorry, Biafra.
Biafra, somebody sending you information on the picture of what IPOB. They are not showing you what the government is doing to them, and those are the same people that are under the barrel of the gun. People with short mentality. They will always have a reason for something to achieve their goal. They don't know what they are talking about. Most of them are ignorant. Most of them don't even listen to the news. All they tell is Sunrise Television. And they are being swallowed. They are counting the checkpoints. That's by IPOB. And this is why we must be strong. This is why we must stay put where we are. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Caller, your name and where you calling from.
Good afternoon.
Good morning from here.
My name is O Soldier, the Transport Soldier, calling from Enugu.
Go ahead.
I want to tell you that our radio station is no more working in Enugu. For the past 2 weeks now.
Okay.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. We'll take notice of that and yeah. We've noted that and corrected. Most of the stations are now working. Even Aba, most of the stations are working. We are putting them in order so that people will know what is going on. And in as much as you're hearing us, in as much as you know what is going on, make use of the information passed on to you. That is the reason why we have the radio. The radio is for you to utilize. Know what is happening around your surroundings. If you don't save yourself, if you don't save your family, Malam is your name. That is if you survive to answer that. Let us continue to play. When we see the real issue, we sideline it. We are the only ones that are targeted, that we play in the hands of our killers. If they mean well, If all they do is for your benefit, why are they dumping those tanks around you? If they want you to survive, why are they invading your land? It is what we have to check. Caller, your name and where are you calling from? Good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning to you.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, my elder. Mazi, it's just a heavy heart from your analysis this afternoon from my side. But let's read the echo of what you have said and what we've been saying for a very long time. Our leader have mentioned it. We have said it over the radio Biafra for a long time. If you are in the north, return back home. Return back home. Return back home. It's something that we have said time without number. And I wouldn't know why people don't listen. I don't know why our people don't listen. Our people are waiting for the rain to start falling. But the rain have gathered. You're only waiting for it to start falling before you decide to come. So, and everyone that is in the north, please return back home. Return back home. You still have the opportunity to do it. Thirdly, my elder, I want to also bring to the notice of all Biafrans. From the analysis of our elder this morning, is that the war is here. The war that our leader talked about is already on our foot. Get yourself ready. Prepare yourself. Buy whatever you can to defend yourself. Ammunition, not bomb action. Get yourself exactly what these people that are coming down the land have. AK-47. Get yourself. You look at what is happening in Afghanistan. A minister is not a vendor in somewhere else. You are going to run away and leave your TV and leave your fridges and leave your properties and run. You are going to do that. But the only thing that can stop you from doing that is to get something to defend yourself. Sell what you have and buy what you need to defend your family. The war that we are talking about, Onyindu talked about, is here. If you continue listening to the politician, jumping up and down on election, jumping up and down, say you're defending a politician, you are going to die. And they are going to flee and leave. They are going to run and leave you. All of them, including the saboteurs, they have more legs than you. And I pity our people who are indulging themselves into sabotage, indulging themselves to destroy their own self. Please, my people, be wise. A little word is enough for a wise person. Be wise.
Ndewo, thank you very much. Well, the base stations are the relay stations. And when they dismantle them, they don't want you to get the information. The population you are discomforting outnumbers the population of the bandits. You did not go after the bandits. Rather, you went after the service provider. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? You might as well not supply water, electricity because of bandits. The bandits rule. That electricity they cannot supply you. They can supply Chad. The bandits rule. They come with different names. And we don't ask questions. We don't. Good morning, Pastor.
Hello, Mazi Alozie.
Good morning. Go ahead.
God bless you, sir.
God bless you too.
May God continue to protect and guide you in all the things you are doing to help us and to restore Biafra. My name remains Pastor Tishimwale from Ebonyi, Biafra province. I'm here to do the needful to the prayer which our Onyendu gave to us. And today I'm going to read Psalm 99. And it says, the Lord is king. He is enthroned above the winged creatures, and the earth shakes. The Lord is mighty in Zion. He is supreme all over the nation. Everyone will praise his great and majesty name. Holy is he. Mighty King, you love what is right. You have established justice in Israel. You have brought justice. You have brought righteousness and fairness to Biafra land. Praise the Lord our God. Worship before his throne. Holy is he. Moses and Aaron were his priests, and Samuel was one who prayed to him. They called to the Lord, and he answered them. He spoke to them from the pillar of cloud. And they obeyed the laws and commands that he gave them. O Lord our God, you answered your people. You showed them that you are a God who forgives. Even though you punish them for their sins, praise the Lord our God and worship at his sacred hill. The Lord our God is holy. Father, in the name of Chukwuekikabiama, by the name of Elohim, we are praying today, being 6th September 2021. We're asking for your power to reign in Biafra land. We're asking, oh Lord, that you manifest your power to your people. We are on our knees. The pastors in our knees are on their knees asking for supreme power to reign in Biafra land. Father, we are asking, look at the innocent souls the enemies are wasting. The people they have killed, innocent people that didn't do anything. Look at them, O God, and have mercy upon us. Let your power come down from heaven and be with us. Let your power, O Lord, energize us. Let your power, O Lord, energize the IPOB, the real IPOB, the real ESN, the principal actors that are assisting to ensure that the Biafra is actualized. Lord, we are asking this hour, O Lord, that you will raise up the dead, those that have died on this struggle, to come up in a big force. We command them to come up in a big force to fight our enemies, our common enemies, those that are trying to destabilize us, those that are trying to separate us, those that are trying to separate, to separate IPOB, those that are trying to make sure that they destroy IPOB. Father, arise against them. Don't have mercy upon those people. Those that are trying to make sure they disorganize IPOB, those that are trying to make sure they disorganize ESN, Father, arise, don't have mercy upon them. Those who are sabotaging the effort of innocent people, innocent IPOB, innocent people that are trying to ensure that this struggle is actualized or restored. God, prove your power this day. Father, if according to your word in Psalm 99, mighty King, that is according to your word 99 verse 4, it said, mighty King, you love what is right. So if what we are fighting, Lord, is not our right, don't give it to us. But if what we are fighting is our right, God, establish it now. You have established the justice in Israel. In Biafra, establish your justice. Lord, did it that your name be glorified. That the enemy will know that we are fighting a just cause. Lord, it is our right. My God is our right. Chukwuekike is our right. Help us. Rain your power. That the people will know that we are serving a living God. From Genesis to Revelation, I've never seen where Israelites are defeated. I've never seen where the people that are serving you actually, oh Lord, are defeated. We cannot be defeated. Have mercy upon us. Let your power reign upon us. Reign upon these people that are ready to fight. Father, waken them up. Waken them up right now. Father, you have done it in so many ways. You can do it again. Even in the time of Elijah, you did it with the 450 prophet of Baals. You proved that you are God. In the time of Esther, you did it. In the time of Israelites, between Israelites and other people that are fighting them, Father, you still prove that you are Lord. Prove it now, O Lord. Let our enemy be dismayed. Let those that are fighting us, oh Lord, be disgraced. Let them be disgraced. Let them be disgraced. Father, raise your open hand upon Nnamdi Kanu, wherever he is there. That, Lord, that whosoever that touching him will go, will die. And let him be free. Let him be released. Father, let the power that came down during the time of Paul and Silas, let it come down upon that dungeon in DSS. Let it come down there and release that man, the innocent man, that doing everything, sacrificing his life to save his people. Lord, have mercy. Let your power rest supreme now and forevermore upon these ones, upon Biafrans, upon the two ones that are fighting, upon those, oh Lord, that are doing one or two things to ensure that this Biafra is restored. Lord, as you are doing that, let your name be glorified. In the name of Chukwuekike, he said, Mazi, thank you so much. May God continue to protect and guide you in the name of Chukwuekike. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. +1 484 767 0848. The sit at home was suspended and is still under suspension. If you go and start attacking people saying they disobey sit at home, you are not following the instruction. And it is not reasonable people that doing it. It is hijackers, it's those that want to give IPOB bad name. That is the people doing it. Call out your name and where you calling from.
Yes. Mazi, did they hear me, sir?
Welcome.
Okay, sir. Kanu, the sheet, the matter Saturday, no, brother, you push it, no. Okay, that's a glamia. Mazi, the sheet, oh. Mazi, what do we get putting a carry to put Kikadama? It is impossible. Mazi, Chukwokikabiyama is the creator of all creation. Mokoko, Mewu, Mijiji, Mandanda, Madu Nile, Diji, Triangle. Now, him set us and give us this land. Mazi, come and put an again with a happy people out of Biafra. I will put a good way now. I don't know when I need the Koro. Mazi, we are not taking. We just Mazi, that was a demba. You know, just the time when they find Mama would come back now. The people again, the top of the pool, there was a governor. He used the mother to wake up and the planning to come up to the us. And then the city can't pattern. What I said in the moment, I said, here, get press all over the world. Anywhere where you stay, did not submit at all. You see this land, we will live on for our children. And the children to live on for their own children. No party. You see this generation. Up on life, right? We're going to have Are you going to Biafra? They go no Biafra fire with the kingdom of heaven suffered violence. Only the fire, but the Biafra are going to say that. No witch, no wizard. Honey, then the thing they know just that to put the cat down. You know, join your name. Never fire. Danny, I named the war. Therefore, I didn't relate that one later for us. If the United Nations and all the whole nation will take that they can hold our leader to take Kabbalah. They are talking. Mazi, come here. I'm going to need a boy. We are Biafrans. I will not human being. Let's have the calibration with the question there. There's a Chukwokikabiyama in Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy chapter 12, from verse 1 to end. Yeah, now Psalm 46. The question 46. No check. No check. You don't know the tree. You should be governor. Anything like I wish I wish I have. Follow the danger win. Follow me. My name will get 20 cars. I probably want to put this up. I don't come from about this. The land of my accent. You want to kill? I take about Fulani. Fulani, I said chapter 14. Fulani, I said chapter 14. That God where we get to put together. He said, "I do this way."
They will.
Breathe that. You see that in the chapter. You see that in chapter 5. Breathe that. All the days from today, I don't know. Three captions. Just like it. I pay for the pretend. Yeah. That is chapter 5. I pay for the now.
They will. The people after you have their agenda. You that they are after must have your agenda. And it must be very pronounced. There's something one of our man wrote, and I'll read it to you. Anybody calling you, hold on for a second. It's subconscious renaming of our names, our villages. We do it not knowing the consequences of what we are doing. Does it mean that there's something wrong with our behavior, that we cannot retain our name for a while. And he wrote something. And I read it. What he wrote is this: there is no place like Nasarawa in Akwa Ibom State. There is no place called Nasarawa in Akwa Ibom State. The fact Akwa Ibom might that means she's saying that for the fact that Akwa Ibomers are hospitable people, don't mean we should name part of our state to Northerners. Such mistakes should be controlled now. States having crisis today in Nigeria in the time past were very hospitable to strangers. Named many places to strangers today. These strangers are fighting the real owners of the land. We are not saying that there are no good Northerners, but we are saying there's no place like Nasarawa in Akwa Ibom. The real name of that area should be used in Google Map. And that area is in the Google. Our villagers should not take decisions due to greed and love for money without consulting the entire community. All road transport operators should be notified to use the authentic name. The Ministry of Environment and your capital city development should act judiciously. Thank you. Thank you, Minister. It corresponds with treachery, garriki, you name it. Your names are disappearing. Is it something, is it a spell cast on us, or is it that we lack reasoning faculties? When you go to their place, you don't have Abia. But you come to your place, you name it something else. Call your name and where you're calling from. Hey, your line is up, caller. Caller, your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here. Welcome.
Yes, good morning. Your Excellency, good morning and good afternoon. She out there. I remain still on that day. I want to be brief. At the same time, let me start by reminding us of forgettable memory, because my leader said sometimes it seems to retain a complex information. I don't know how to put it, but I think the related quote she used sometime when you were lecturing us. When you say things about the U.S. Secretary or something, what the explanation he made, she made, if he made,
John Campbell.
So he said something like as if he's addressing people who are not married or who are not married enough. And there's a man in Jews called Atega Jaga or something, Jaga, one of the ministers or one of the senators. I think 2015, precisely, he read a note from CIA, should I say an article from CIA, published article, read out that, there's going to be a possible breakout of, I think, the war, suspected collapse, that Nigeria is going to collapse in a possible time from that 215. Now, why is he making it look as if it's a new thing at the Adina airplane, because that cargo they are calling it maybe whatever kind of, they indirectly wanted to use Kanu, the Quran Kanu to represent it. All of a sudden they said just politicize it and make it whatever cargo. So what I'm saying is that he's in a way of what information the CIA brought then. And why they make it look as if they are just seeing this is the first time of them acknowledging that there is a problem in this sector of Africa, West Africa. Do you understand? So these people should start seeing that, see, we are not Fulanis. Fulanis can come to lecture with a chalk and a slate. So with our understanding to retain, not just to cram, to retain and revise and make analysis to bring out the real thing. All of this stuff has led us into reading beyond, into acknowledging a lot of things. So these people should start doing things on human beings. I know Africans are monkeys, but among the monkeys, there are humans among them. And those humans are Biafrans. I don't know about every other tribe. I don't know about every other human, but I know about the Biafrans. Okay, then in fact, you also made mention of what was it again? These unlearned rulers who are trying to shut down the GSM and relay station in the northern states as regards to bandits. But I want to put it straight to the idiots. What about this sector of CPU, the commission in Nigeria that has to do with tracking down terrorism within? What are their functions? Or do they keep the ghost workers there and pay them without doing anything? So shutting down that place doesn't mean that you can now get the bandits themselves, or are they trying to just talk because they like talking, or they're trying to deceive the gullible fool that they are scared of the bandits, not knowing that they are now working them to commission them to take place because where they want it. So all these things playing out, I think people need to wake up and to reason both sides and bring out tangible information. I'll help us and help you individually as an individual fellow too to achieve your future as a human to stand, forth in this struggle. I will stop here, but I want everybody to wake up. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Biafrans. My beloved Nnamdi, wherever you are, 14 is the day you have commanded us. We are going to sit down at home. Thank you. Bye for now. I will see you about another.
Thank you very much. Thank you. For those of you that are causing trouble in Biafra land, and you are associating IPOB to the disturbance, you are wasting your time. Suspension was announced about 3 weeks ago. And for you to go and cause trouble and you're looking at IPOB, you're going to fail. Your plans will not work. The only seat at home you'll be experiencing is the saboteur day, the 14th. Call your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, Mazi, Alozie. Morning from here. This is RNF from Texas.
Welcome, Anene.
Thank you for taking my call. You were asking whether something was wrong with the way we think. And let me attempt to answer that question. Yes, something is quite wrong with the way we reason or the way we think, because we really don't reason properly, and we see that day after day, time after time. There's something wrong, very, very wrong, very, very wrong about the people that are being killed, slaughtered. And we still have people come on the radio to read the Bible, to read the Psalms. I think that should come to an end. If you want to pray, because it's a very spiritual thing, it's a very private thing between you and your God, between anybody and his or her God. Please do that in private. It is very, very foolish, if not idiotic and very annoying, that people are being killed, and the best thing they can do is to come up and read Bible on the radio. Other people, every other race of men, when you start killing them, if you're doing something else, if you're making mockery of their existence, fine, they can excuse certain things, but once you start killing them, all bets are off. If they were reading the Bible and before you start killing them, they threw away that Bible and pick up guns and ammo to defend their land, to defend their people, to defend their families. Something is very wrong with us. It's not normal. Something is very wrong with us when we don't question that which ought to be questioned. That instead of fighting the people that are killing us, we resorted to going and filing a lawsuit against a sovereign United States because he sold to Kanu or whatever you call it, or any type of arms or equipment to Nigerian government. We were here when a fake book Buhari came and made and placed the order. Nothing happened. Nobody sued them to court. The planes have been delivered according to their contracts, and the best we can do is to waste money to sue the United States when we could have taken a fraction of the same money, a mere fraction, and buy and procure equipment to destroy those planes on the ground. This movement is leading so many questions. We are backing at the wrong tree sometimes. I even heard people last week calling and blaming HMFO. And I just kept wondering, when was the last time any of us made a contribution to HMFO to get us Biafra? It never happened. And it's not going to happen. I don't think so. But we brought his name. We pretty much destroyed the names of good people that have spent money on this movement. Some of them we called thieves without any proof. Made caricature of them in social media. Instead of making demands from the body that is supposed to, the body to whom we are making contributions to help give us Biafra. An entity that to this day, there's no credible team of people undertaking the task of getting us Biafra. No credible one. None whatsoever. We have people who issue stay-at-home orders that are not well thought of. Nobody resists. We should be up in arms by now. We need to look in the mirror. We need to look at ourselves. Instead of just cycling around and criticizing others, we need to look in the mirror. We need to look very, very seriously in the mirror.
Mazi,
and make self-criticism.
Mazi, let's go back.
Yes, sir.
Let's go back to what you said about Uchemefo. How are you categorizing Uchemefo? Are you categorizing him that he is for Biafra, that he is not working against the movement? Under what condition did you mention him?
Very good question, Mazi. Very, very good question. And that relates to one thing I've been saying since the beginning of this movement. In fact, the very year that I joined this movement, back in 2013. Mazi, you don't blame somebody. Let me tell you. You see all these other races, they were worse than our people. I will answer your question. But this is not about blaming someone. Here's this. If sabotage is a part of the problem, because it's a way of life. If sabotage is the only problem that you have, then deal with it with the same way the British Revolution, Cromwell and his people dealt with it. They had a way they dealt with it. The United States had saboteur problem. They dealt with it. The Bolsheviks, the Chinese, the Russians, the Russians, yes, the Bolsheviks, even the Iranians of this 1979. There's one thing that is very common in all these successful revolutions. But all we do is we come here every day, we complain about a symptom of a problem we refuse to solve. That's not manly. It doesn't show that we have brains at all. It's a very shame. It puts me to shame. I don't know about others, but I do have a sense of shame.
For you,
I'm knowledgeable about history. Excuse me, I'm knowledgeable about history. I know how other people, other race of men, dealt with such a problem. When it comes to us, we prefer to come here every day. If it's an Nyanwood era, we call on Nyanwood for the, God knows how many years until he leaves. If sabotage is a problem, then why is it that we don't have a program for anything? Why is that? We have nothing for agriculture. We have nothing for sabotage. We have nothing for education. We have no program for engineering. Certainly nothing on religion or all the societal ills that we have. We are watching Mollywood now, turning our women into cigarette smokers. Those kind of things were dealt with, those societal ills and difficulties. In all the roots of the revolutions, they were dealt with in these revolutions. Which one are we good for? Right now, our people are being slaughtered. Day in and out. Checkpoints are back in full force, more fierce, more equipped. Cattle rearers are running. What does it say about us? Are we making progress or are we regressing? And no time has contribution been more than now. We have people that will simply get up, issue orders. I've been saying this and I keep repeating it. This DOS, if they are really to get us Biafra, they need to align, they need to within themselves integrate a team of analysts. When I say a team, I'm not talking about 100 people, 1,000. No, it could be even 5, it could be 3. Because if they had one, on that last time they issued an order for people to stay at home every Monday, they would have been advised that no, you don't do that.
No, because I disagree with you totally. I simply allowed you to say the things you want to say, and now let me say this to you.
Okay.
When you bring out your issue,
yes,
as a saboteur, we deal with it. We excommunicate you. Which MFA did this, he was excommunicated. The rendition on our leader caused a deviation, and that deviation will result in another plan which are being put in place. So condemnation of blanketed condemnation is unnecessary because first of all, you have the government blackmailing you, killing you. And the same token, you have most of us here planning for election, planning to participate, and aiding those that are killing us. These are unacceptable. And they are calling you, they are calling you terrorists. They are labeling you terrorists. And what you will not embark on is going to murder people, political killers. They will say we said so. There are things that most common people don't know, and as to how you react. When it comes to full force, where we are fighting openly, you're fighting openly, all bets are off. But when somebody is setting you up like what happened today, the sit-at-home was called off. Through an order, there was something that happened that sit-at-home was suspended. It's not a mistake, because it is the same people that suspended it were the ones that imposed it in the first place. That means they knew what they were doing. So where only I agree with you is the point that there are things we are not doing, and that is the way we respond to certain things. Our people at home are trying their best. But we here in diaspora are not encouraging them. That is the only way I can agree with you. But any other person that likes to sabotage, you're not going to go capture him and kill him, and then they say you're murdering people. Like I gave you a very vivid example. Suspension of sit-at-home. What happened? Some people went to them and started burning, hijacking trucks to burn them. And where did they put their picture of IPOB? And that is not correct. So, and then let me give other people a chance, okay?
Yeah, I know, Mazi, because pretty soon, we won't be able to even say anything. I heard what you said. You see, you and I are pretty much saying the same thing, because when you fail to solve a certain problem, the symptoms will be enormous. When you fail to solve a certain problem, I don't want to debate this over, but let me just say this and I'll let you go. This is just an advice to anybody who gets up to just issue a stay-at-home order. For God's sake, you never interfere with private businesses in everything that you do. In normal societies, you target government offices. Those are your problem. And it's always going to be counterintuitive if you come to Biafra land, knowing that there's nothing else that gives Nigeria money from Biafra land except oil and gas. And you exempt oil and gas because you are incapable of stopping them. Then you haven't done anything. Our place is not it's not a hub for international shipping. It's not a hub for international flights. It's not a hub for railway or anything else. So if you do anything else and exempt these two that's given Nigeria, that's actually the only angle from which you can hurt Nigeria. And if you exempt that, then you're just shooting our people. We're shooting ourselves on the foot. It's never done. And even when you issue order.
Thank you. Okay? I understand.
Okay. Even when you issue order, you exempt health workers, you exempt.
And then they did. I gotta go. I did.
I know, Alozie. I'm a headache for you. Okay. I gotta go as well. Bye.
You're not headache for me. See, I understand what you're saying. The oil sector, those are the ones giving money. But the people that buy and sell are the same people that they kill every day. So they have the right to show their dissatisfaction. They can't go on and on as if nothing is happening. Something is happening to them. They are not happy. They are dissatisfied. The proof is that after the exemption and the suspension, most of them still say, release our leader, which is genuine. So these are the things that we say people give the opinion. You see the right one, you take. You can't agree to everything, and that is normal. There are some relevancy to what you said, but there are some I totally disagree, which I made open to. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Caller, your name and where you calling from.
Yeah, Mazi Alozie, good afternoon.
Good morning from here.
I don't know whether this man the last caller, he can hear me now. Mazi Alozie, that man need sorry of Lord. This man forget to the Jews. This man by calling Awadi the liar and the criminal, by telling Awadi that he's the one that's killing people in the east. This man got audacity to call and talking good about Utebeko. He needs to wait. Only I need to this man this idiot that you are him talking now, saying that he lost he have an animal mental disorder. You understand me? Everything he's talking there. Do you really know that this man, according to his believing, that this type of destruction that they are destroying even today, he believes that this is IPOP doing it. This is why he tell you that you should tell IPOP that they will not go and destroy private things. Do you think that IPOP can do this type of thing? Are you sure that this man is bye. Would you mind what kind of name I give me the phone? Send me this guy's phone number, please. Nonsense. Animals. Mad people everywhere.
Well, caller, your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, a very good evening from Sopoland. I remember the Corona Care and every other protocol is duly observed. In respect of what I said, of course, he knows me too well speak. But I want to tell Mazi just one thing. Mazi, in all he said, I want to ask him one thing. Mazi, did the Biafrans, both you and I know that one onion was a rendition from Kenya to the zoo country called Nigeria, that the DSS refused even to bring him to court, not until our DOS come out and decided to sit at home. And immediately they sit at home, the same day they called our barrister Ejiofor to come. And that is what gave the access of getting our leader today. I will not to go far, but I just want to give this better. Anele no more. Anele, I respect you, and you know too well a lot of things. There are things I don't expect from certain quarters. I drop here, remain correct. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Because the UCMF issue is there's I made my point very clear. People sitting at home, they express their right, but now you see what they did. Anything that happens, you point your finger at IPOB. They are blacklisting us. They are doing everything. Anything you do, you point your finger at IPOB. And we must listen to what the DOS is saying. That is the only standing body. You cannot be able to disorganize IPOB. It's very, very difficult. I will continue with this. Let me get the call. Caller, your name and where you calling from.
Mazi, good afternoon from here.
Good morning.
Yes, Mazi, it's your brother, but you're calling from UK. Mazi, there's something I need to say here. Very, very important. You know, sometimes we want to listen and then hear from our people. But why is it that if somebody come on radio and say his own opinion, what gives other people right to come and attack that person? Before you call somebody name, check yourself very well. Have you done your own bit? The brother calls, and calls and speaks his own bit. Listen to this is what our leader is saying. If you don't hear only now in English, if you don't understand English, allow somebody to interpret to you. There is no time he praise Uchemefo. But listen to what he said. He did not praise Uchemefo. Everybody knows that Uchemefo is a coward. I have told Uchemefo brother that if I see him, he knows. He didn't praise Uchemefo. Everybody knows that Uchemefo is against this struggle. Everybody knows that Uchemefo is against our leader. Everybody knows that Uchemefo is working with DSS. But there is something I would like to disagree with my brother. I am not coming to attack your own brother like that. Just our own, that our brother that brought before call. Why are you attacking him? What's the point attacking him? The problem na social media every time when somebody comes say something, you attack him. Correct your brother. No, this is where I think we are fighting to. Are we going to be like this? Listen, he has made his own comment. Now he told him that it doesn't matter if the economy of the zoo is destroyed. In our people, in Biafra land, let our people feel the pain and raise up against the government. And raise up against this governor. Yes, we don't care if he's trying to let us know that the way we are doing, nobody should fight. We need to destroy Nigeria assets so that they can feel the pain. But we are going to get there in the time. But in our own side as well, our people are feeling the pain. How are you going to allow them to feel it? How are you going to let them understand that these people you are voting for is killing you? It's to make them feel the pain as well. It doesn't matter if their business is being harmed. And let them ask themselves question, why is this happening to us? Then you have to direct them. These governors, these senators, these PG, these people are responsible. This is the reason why you are suffering. Our people rose. It's been happening everywhere. That is why our leader is preaching. We let them know the people that are killing you. Simple as ABCD. He has said his own. Some of the things he says go to the line. Putting yourself acknowledge. Some did not go. But the ones that did not go, correct him, not coming here to attack him. Simple. Don't attack your own brother. This is the mistake we are doing in social media. People go attacking someone else. I don't want to go say all these things today. But people go attacking that guy. Someone else. Let me ask our people today. Let me say it here today because I've been angry. I've been waiting for the right time to say it. I want somebody to come here and ask. I tell our people today. Have you given someone else money before and he ate it? Are we not telling him Temeso? What did you Temeso do today? He's about to kill our people. You that are attacking someone else. Have you paid him before? He didn't take oath, he did not take oath. Why can't you ask him in a beautiful way? Brother, have you taken an oath? If you're not taking an oath, we initiate this oath so that when I come to your house, you give me a food I will eat. I won't be afraid of you. Why are attacking him in a way that you are pushing him to the zoo to kill him? We are trying to bring our own people home, and some people are pushing them outside for the zoo to kill our own people. What is the point? What are we going to benefit? Is that guy not our own brother? If there is any problem between the DOS and someone else, why do we allow it to come to the social media? Why did I respect DOS? I will never go there. Anytime if I raise up to say I disobey DOS, which means I disobey Mazi Nnamdi, I will never do it. I die where Mazi Nnamdi die. But what I'm saying is, why did our Directorate of State always allow things to escalate before they direct it? Why? Why do we allow things to escalate first before we direct it? It will be 1 month, 2 months, 3 months on social media.
Let me thank you very much, and let me answer that question for you. Chicken.
Mazi, this is what I have for our people.
Yeah,
we should stop attacking ourselves, both on social media, both anywhere in this radio. We should stop.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mazi, thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you very much. Let me put it this way. I like the interaction. I like the opinions. The object of these things are not just criticism. We learn. We learn from opinion of others. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is 100% correct, including myself. But my job is to pinpoint certain areas. And then they mentioned a point. Think tank. Strategist. These people are the ones that look at issues. They analyze them. And their job is, will it more likely or less likely turn out this way? These are their job. They collect information. They sit and reason. And these are the act planners. That you are the president does not make you a strategist. It is these strategists, these analyzers that feed the president. These are the ones, they are from various fields. They sit down and say, this is what we are facing. It has nothing to do with your rank or anything. It is your ability to gather information, analyze it, and then hand it over, even if it's to the DOS. This is what we see. This is what we expect. This is what has been happening. I gave you a vivid example. Afghanistan, Boko Haram. These are the kind of people that will be sitting and then feeding the DOS and IPOB. And when you come to the economic aspect of it, the sit at home is proper. it is very, very proper. It is proper in the sense that all your buying and selling throws you off. If there's no day you can sit down and say, okay, let me reassess what I've been doing, you will continue to buy and sell and hand the money over to the same people that mount roadblock at checkpoints. When you sit at home, you ask yourself, why am I sitting at home? The very man, the very person fighting for our survival is unjustly renditioned. And you are in pain. He's speaking for you. He's speaking for all of us. He represents all of us. It is a genuine act of disobedience. It is different from that of the federal government, whose job is to extract your resources without compensating you for it, and use the resources and the revenue thereof to fight you, to pay international communities. Do you see the difference? When they start feeling the pain, and this is why I wanted him to stop, because people will understand that. And when you come to social media, you don't expose everything. We must be guarded the way we say things. When it comes to criticism, nobody is above criticism. Criticize me, I'll go back and learn what this person said. Does it make sense? Is it helping or is it not helping? We know the saboteurs. They come out. And I always pray that Chukwu Kikabiama will bring them out one by one. His own time. His own day. Whenever he chooses. And he continued to expose them. So when we look at our faith, my brothers and sisters, my mothers and fathers, let us use this medium for our own benefit. Let us take the good and the bad from any utterances and correct ourselves. The DOS I have mentioned, they don't come in a conference hall. These people are in different countries. So you cannot expect immediate. There must be consultations. And that consultation will be at a specific hour, specific day. And they have to study the situation before they make a statement. Even our leader study situations before making a statement. This is where it is important to know that we are reasonable people, we are learned people, we have the intelligence. Take the good and then discard what you feel is irrelevant. We are people that dwell in social media. We are the ones that come and put out rumors unsubstantiated because we let it out of hand. Biafrans, for one thing you've learned, for one thing we see that pinpoint to certain things. We are people that are very anxious to get something done, but we are not doing it the way it's supposed to. Because this person will criticize, and this person will say, I don't like to be criticized. Bring out your point. We will look at it. It is these points that you bring that people debate on. that people talk on. They talk about it. And I'm glad for one reason or the other, we are able to talk. This medium will always interfere when we feel that what you are saying will cause certain issues at this juncture. So we stop it. It is a way of letting you know that there are certain limits where certain things have to be said in public and privately. Two of us can stay in the same room and say what we want to say. That's fine. Even you, the common analysis says, even you and your brother, even you and your wife, there are things you can say in a meeting in public. And there are things when you open up your mouth to say, somebody will bump you and tell you stop. It does not mean he doesn't want you to say something. All he's saying is, this is not the right avenue. This is not the right time. We are struggling. We are suffering. We are bleeding. Let us learn from the things we do. Let us learn from the things that happen to us. And from what we are gathering, from what we are experiencing, your enemies are always at your doorstep. Your enemies are always watching. Your enemies are always sending people to dislodge you. Then we have to say, never. We are as strong as ever. And we will continue to be as strong as ever. The only body we have here is the one set up by Onyendu. And that body will continue to preside and lead us. From my point, analysts, strategies, we need them at this juncture. I don't say we don't have them. I don't say we don't have them. But all I'm saying is, US have think tanks. These are people that sit down and guide and feed information to the government. We need that. At this juncture, these are the kind of things we need. This will be barometer indicating where things are going. It's not a question of, did you tell me? Why didn't you tell me? The information is there. It is from the data you derive. The information, the result. You eat beans, 300 people ate beans, they had the same symptoms. 700 people ate beans, they have the same symptoms. You have information that 1,000 people ate beans, they have the same stomach problem. Now, there's every indication that if you eat beans, you will have stomach problem. You may be one out of 1 million that is exempted. So whenever you're going to eat beans, this is what to expect. It does not say that beans is bad. These are the information you use And these type of information are supplied by strategists and analysts. I thank you all. We are moving towards the right direction. And remember, Chika Edozen will be here. 7 o'clock Biafra time. So listen to him. Then you know that the government of Biafra is working. Onyendu is still in control. Thank you all. We'll be on the air again tomorrow. And let's think properly. Watch your brothers, those rallying around politicians. Release Onyendu. Set him free. If you cannot arrest your brother, ask yourself where you can proudly arrest other people. That is injustice. And you that is being targeted must find a way. Must find a way. Anger. Certain things you want to hear, certain things you don't want to hear might inhibit you from thinking properly. Thank you.
I don't know what is happening. I have no idea what is going on. It says